So I thought I would change things up with this video just because I was having such bad luck with this boss last night. Now, this wasn't a guild run, which changes a lot of things. This is what we call a PUG group, which stands for pickup group, and it's a bunch of random people that basically get put together that are looking to do an instance. So this boss is Corla, Herald of Twilight. She's the second boss in Blackrock Caverns. You don't really have to worry about ability names that are going to be popping up. Just be aware of the debuffs that you're going to get if you're DPS or if you're a tank where you're standing and a healer. Just be aware of everybody basically. So DPS needs to block the 3 purple beams that are going to the zealots that were kneeling in front of her when you first ran in. You need to block the beams, otherwise the zealots evolve and you lose. They will do horrendous damage to the tank and it will be almost impossible to keep them up. Please don't make your healer stand in the beams. I was asked to do this last night and refused. It's cruel to ask your healer to do this because they already have enough to deal with. Keeping everyone alive, having to watch the debuffs if they're asked to be in the beams, and then dispelling Dark Command, which can be dispelled, by the way. So please don't ask them to stand on the beams. DPS and tanks can work it out. It's not that hard. This fight is not that hard. It just involves being aware. So DPS needs to stand in the beams, like I said, and they'll get approximately 80 stacks of the debuff. Once you hit 80, you need to immediately move out of the beams long enough for the debuff to drop, which is about 10 seconds. Rinse and repeat. And you can see somebody wasn't doing what they were supposed to, and we died, because the damage is just too great if you get 1 zealot evolved, let alone 2 or 3. So the tank needs to position Corla close to any melee DPS if there's any. If it's all ranged, then you're fine. But they obviously need to be aware of what kind of DPS is in the group so they can position her accordingly so that melee can actually hit her and not stand there picking their nose for the entire fight.